All right, take two. I started talking about all the sales that I had in the month of June, and then realized, how could I sell? How could I talk about the sales I had in the month of June? June isn't over yet. I meant May. All right, anyway, the month of May, how did I do? My eBay sales video. Well, as you can tell, this video is late, but I've been busy. I got stuff going on. I got the store, been working hard. Not a lot of free time. But I did have a lot of sales for me in May. More than usual. I did pretty good for me. In the month of May, I sold $2,929.86 on eBay. I boosted it very far above my $2,000 minimum goal, but did not achieve my $3,000 goal by like $70. I actually did achieve that goal, but I think I had a return which knocked me down below it. This month, if you ask me how's it going so far, I will say sucko. I don't think I'm going to do the 2,000 this month minimum goal on eBay. I think what's going on is the eBay summer slowdown, because it's summer and things have slowed down. Anyway, 64 sales, $2,929.86. My highest price sale was for $347, and that was with the help from a YouTuber who gave me the heads up on something that we had. My lowest sale was $12.99. Let me just get started and let me go through, and I'll just try and go as quickly as possible. Okay, sale number one was for a Ralph Lauren Chaps aftershave. It was Splash, Longhorn Cap COSMAR, 1.8 ounces, and it was only 65% full. I still got $35.99 for that. Ralph Lauren Chaps is one of the colognes that I don't believe is around anymore. So people who want it will pay up. As you can see, if I had a full bottle, I probably would have gotten more like $50 or so. I've had this before. I know to buy it when I see it. All right. How long did I have this listed? Well, it's sold in May. I put it on in February 28th, 2018, so not very long. All right. Sale number two. Sale number two was for a vintage signed Lisner silver tone bracelet with green aurora borealis rhinestones. Very pretty bracelet. It was signed Lisner. It was in good cosmetic condition. $29.99. It probably sold because it was Lisner and someone needed it to match another piece of Lisner jewelry that they had. Looks like I had this on. No, I didn't really have this on for very long. We only put one picture. And it was sold on May. Well, no, we started at May 23rd, 2018. So, not bad. All I can say, signed jewelry sells. Everybody knows that. All right, here's a Honora Sterling Silver 925 Black Pearl Pierced Stud Earrings. If you find Honora pearls, people like them and they will sell. They don't necessarily sell for a gazillion bucks or a ton of money, but they do sell. And try and get pearl jewelry to sell on eBay. It's kind of rough. So look for Honora jewelry. And let's see how long we had this listed. Start time April 15, 2019. Very short time because it sold in May and very early in the month of May. I guess it took about 2 weeks to sell. Not bad at all. I wish everything I listed took 2 weeks to sell. I'd be doing great. 5/2/19 is when it sold. All right, next we have a vintage Taxco Mexico sterling silver and sodalite necklace bracelet earring set. We got $175.99 for this set, and as you can see, it's a beautiful set. Signed Taxco. Story goes, I went to a sale. I saw some jewelry on the table, picked up a necklace. Could have been this necklace, not sure. I said, hey, how much is this necklace? The woman said $1. I said, $1? Okay. And I immediately just started picking up anything that looked of any value. I picked $40, 40 items. The woman was like, "Oh, I was gonna go 6 for 5," and the items that I took were so insanely good. I was like, "Oh no, I can't even be that evil." I said to the woman, "No, no, 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 40 is fine." I paid the 40, and then I ran out of there, as Steve would say, "Rip and run." I ripped and run. All right, that was an amazing sale for me. It really helped me out a lot. I even got gold from there, which I was immediately to cash out at over $500. Okay, next sale is a perfume. Guerlain Shalimar Eau de Cologne Splash, 3 ounces, glass stopper, unbroken seal with rope, $34.99. I didn't list this. I listed this in April 24, 2019. It was actually a very quick sale since it sold in May. Nothing I can tell you. I like to list perfumes. Some perfumes sell very quickly. Some perfumes take a long time to sell. Here's a vintage unmarked sterling silver ball-shaped filigree cufflinks. That was my next sale. And I'm still very early in the month. 5/2/2019. These were just really nice cufflinks. Somebody apparently saw them, needed them right away. We must have ran them to auction. They were a good-to-cancel sale. And we started them off in October 2017. So actually, this was not a quick sale. These took a couple of years to sell. A couple of 2 long years. Still, they did sell for a whopping $30, which is actually pretty good because at a flea market, I don't know, $10 is what I'd get. All right. My next sale, vintage Calvin Klein Obsession for Men Eau de Toilette Spray. 4 ounces, 125 milliliters, 55% full, $32.99. Perfume sell. That's all I can tell you. Let's see how long I had it listed for. Not very long. March 17, 2019. Okay, moving on to the next sale. What I can tell you about perfumes is sometimes they sell quickly, sometimes they don't sell quickly. Try not to pay more than $5 a pop if you don't know what they are, if you haven't had them before. Most perfumes can sell anywhere from like $12 up to hundreds or more. And again, my next sale was a perfume. It was a vintage Wood You cologne by Fabergé, splash with wood cap. Fabergé is usually pretty good. Their perfumes and colognes generally sell for $20 or more. This one sold for $29.99, and I sold it on It started March 28th, 2019, so this one wasn't listed for very long. 0 feedback seller, which probably means that they signed in or joined eBay just to buy this particular item. They wanted it that bad. And did I say? Yeah, it wasn't listed very long. All right. Next sale. Elegant vintage Simone gold tone necklace with tassels, with tassel pendant. $35.99. Not bad. At a flea market, $20 the most for us. And I think we would have gladly sold it at a flea market for $20 if we believed it could sell. February 19, 2019, we might have had it at a flea market for a long time. $35.99, not bad. It's signed Monet, and it's pretty. That's all I can tell you on that one. Signed jewelry, especially designer sign, will sell to collectors that are looking for it or want that certain piece. Here's an interesting sale, something unusual. I bought this in Florida for $1. Sitting on the table for $1. I recognize this as an interesting piece of pottery. I don't know what I would have paid. I probably would have paid like $10 for this, not knowing anything, assuming that it was worth at least $30 or more. But I sold it for $125, which means it was a buy it now, which means I had it for more, possibly $150 or something, and got the offer for $100. I might have had $149.99, maybe $159.99. Don't remember exactly, but I was able to get $125 for it. It's a Glee Etrush. This one's hard. It's a Glee Etruschi Ivo De Santis Firenze Raymore mid-century Italian art pottery dog. A collector of Italian art pottery, bought it from me, obviously. I started it in January 09, 2019. As you could see, it did not take a very long time to sell because it sold in May, only months later. 423 page views, so there was a lot of interest in it. Don't know if it was because of the price that I had on it, like a higher price. Not really sure. Okay, I'm up to item 11. Ah, man, I got a lot. Like I said, 64 sales. So, let's see. All right, as crazy as this is, I had another I had another CHAPS cologne. This one was only 30% full, but I still managed to get $24.99 for a vintage CHAPS cologne splash, Ralph Lauren, 1.8 fluid ounce, 30% full Longhorn cap. April 18, 2019. Like I said, I know this stuff sells. Anytime I see it, I buy it. Probably didn't pay much for it. If you see it, buy it. It sells. It doesn't even, to me, it doesn't even smell good. It smells kind of nasty. You know, if I put it, I wouldn't use it. I didn't like it. I like sweeter smelling colognes. I don't like musky, acrid, whatever stuff. Okay, next sale. Vintage Italian Venetian Murano orange glass bead wedding cake necklace. Managed to get $59.99 for this necklace. The thing about these beads is you don't normally see orange beads, so that's an unusual color. Did it sell quickly? Yes, it did. March 25th, 2019. April, May. Sold pretty ding-dang-dong quick. People like wedding cake beads, glass beads. Look at these glass beads and try to remember that these are called wedding cake. It'll be easier for you to sell them as wedding cake glass beads, and possibly the color helped these sell a little quicker. Not really sure. Wedding cake glass beads don't always sell that quickly as these did. All right, here's the next sale. Here's I think we did this as an auction. Yeah, 7 days. Started off at $20. And I guess people wanted them because of the turquoise in it. But normally we don't do too good with these ladies' vintage Native American silver and turquoise wrist watch band tips. But this one went for $56.67. If I had put it at a buy it now, I probably would put it for like $50 to $60. So it fell in the right price range. This one did come with a watch. It was just nice for it to actually sell. I don't know why my wife started off so cheaply. I think I probably said to her, "Hey, Marie, why'd you start it off so cheap?" And she probably said something back like, I just wanted to sell. I guess we didn't really pay much for it, and it wasn't as is. Was an auction, 7 days. Easy sale. Look for this stuff if you can get it cheap. These watch bands don't really sell very easily, though. They're not the best-selling items. All right, next item, a signed Ben Amun gold tone 3-strand bracelet with faux seed and red glass pearls. No, with faux seed pearls and red glass. I don't know why this sold. The original price on it, on the necklace, was $152. So obviously we only got 1/5, $29.99 of the sticker price that you see in the photos. One bid. It was an auction. 7 days. I don't know. I guess because it was a Ben Amun. Maybe somebody wanted Ben Amun. Maybe they collect it. Beats me. $29.99. Did actually sell. If we put it in the eBay store, I have no clue if she would have said keep it at $29.99 to $29.99. Raise it a little bit. Don't know. Here's some spoons. I think Marie paid like 50 cents a piece for these. $20, $19.99. 2 vintage Reed & Barton Harlequin silver plate jelly server spoons. I guess somebody needed them. $10 a spoon. That seems to be the going rate. Started them December 5th, 2018. I guess they took about 6 months to sell. Well, yeah, about 6 months to sell. And buy it now. Nothing I can really tell you. Someone needed that pattern. Someone needed those spoons. If you see stuff like those at sales, really nice looking spoons, pick them up, buy them, they sell. Here's something that we sold, and what happened was, for some reason, buyer crapped out, never paid us. I sold that just a couple of days ago this month. I resold it. It was a vintage Senko Japan Koji Murai Clown Crank Music Box Play Swedish Rhapsodies. Just an unusual, interesting item. Only went for $19.99 at auction, and then the buyer didn't even pay us. But it was sellable. It did resell. I don't know if we sold it for $22 to $25. Beats the hell out of me. It's not Christmas. It's not the holidays, but we still did manage to sell at auction these lot of 3 Christopher Radko Twisted Elf Glass Christmas ornaments, $74.99, one bid. Christopher Radko ornaments sell. That's all I can tell you. Christopher Radko ornaments are popular. They sell for good money. If you see them at yard sales in Christopher Radko boxes, or you recognize them as Christopher Radko, pick them up, put them online. Obviously, we could have gotten more money for them if we waited to Christmas to sell them, but these were very fragile, and whatever. We don't care. I guess Marie just felt like listing them, and if they didn't sell, she would have raised the price, and we would have sold them around Christmas time, I guess. You know, just Christopher Radko sells. 2, and as you can see, $74.99. You know, that's like $25 or $30 an ornament. Okay, 2 vintage signed Givenchy Silvertone textured cuff bracelets. I think we had these for a while. No, not that long, actually. February 25th, 2019. Good till cancel. We must have run them to auction. Did not sell. $45.99. You would think that the name Givenchy would be more valuable, but nope, not really. It wasn't. All right, next. Vintage 1976 Wallace sterling silver Peace on Earth dove ornament. Hey, pick these up. These sell. Some of them, like the early ones, can sell for big money, like a couple of $100 or so. This one only sold for $24.99. You know, more than scrap. It was good to cancel. Start time May 2, 2019. I guess we priced it right, so it sold right away because May 2, 2019. It sold in May. So, you know. Yeah, May 8th. Not even that long. Okay, vintage art. Oh, okay. We bought these. Marie recognized it as Victorian. Marie recognized how beautiful the beads were and how unusual, but we did not know that these had a special name. The people that we know would have not given us the heads up on these. They would have hoped that we sold them at a cheap flea market cheap to them. And then they would have resold them for a lot more money. Someone on eBay, you know who you are, and I want to say thank you again for helping us out on this one. 300 and did I say eBay? I meant a fellow YouTuber. Someone on YouTube gave me the heads up. They told me the name of these beads. They told me that these are called Vintage Art Deco Pools of Light jewelry. Crystal 16 3/4-inch choker necklace. That's what this is. I got 13 bids on this. Marie knew it was good because after the person told us, we did a little bit of research. She started it off at $174.99 because she felt that would be the very absolutely lowest it should go for. 5-day auction, sold quickly, $347, 13 bids. Thank you to the YouTuber again that helped us out on this one. If you ever see this jewelry, you can recognize it from how it's made, from the links between it, I guess, you know. But there it is. All right? Look for that, because if you find it, you're going to make a lot of money, you know, and it helped us out again. You know. All right, I'm up to item 21. That's one of the benefits of doing what I do on YouTube. Every once in a while, someone nice helps me. They get, and actually, it happened twice this month. 2 people actually helped me a lot. They told me something that I didn't know, and they made my life easier. All right, next sale, vintage, mid-century, gold tone necklace with large Etruscan style pendant, $38.99. This is actually just a pretty damn cool looking piece of jewelry. $38.99 is what it sold for. It sold probably because the keywords that we put into it. Obviously not signed. We didn't know who the designer was. Mid-century, gold tone, and Etruscan was what is probably what helped it sell, and also that it was a large pendant. Listed April 2019. Only got 10 page views. Good till canceled. I guess we ran it to auction and it didn't sell. All right, these next two sales were kind of annoying sales. These are those cufflinks I get all the time. Well, no, that I don't get all the time. That I got that one time from a friend. And I bought literally in assorted colors maybe 300 pairs of these cufflinks. And the story is I tried to sell them all to one dealer for a really low price. He was too cheapy cheap. He didn't want to pay it. Like I said, 900 for 300 cufflinks. So I said, fine. We listed them in multiple listings and have been selling them ever since. And this has been like a long time. I listed them in March 12th, 2015. We've been selling these a long time now, years and years, as you could see. And we had them before that, probably 2 years before that. $16.99, $17 a pop, making way more money and selling them over time. So anyway, what was annoying about the sale? The guy that bought it, these are designer, signed Lisa. And he was like, oh no, I can't buy cufflinks signed Lisa. And I was like, they're not signed Lisa. They're not owned by a person named Lisa. They're not girl cufflinks. They're guy cufflinks. The designer's name is Lisa. I said I had literally 300 of these, right? He was like, oh, I don't want them. I just don't want them anyway. So I was like, fine. I canceled the transaction and returned his $16.99 to him. But the funny thing is, or the extra annoying part about it is, and he canceled the same night, so it wasn't a big deal. But the extra annoyingness out of it was that, no, he didn't. Oh, I thought he ordered 2 pairs. Let me see. Is it the same guy? 427. Yeah, it was the same. It was the same dum-dum. He ordered 2 pairs. All right, whatever. Next sale. Vintage sterling silver, 925 egg yolk butterscotch amber. And I think I made 2 sales to this buyer. And it was, they must have been looking through my eBay and found that I had more butterscotch amber jewelry. I sold a pair of earrings for $24.99. Why did this sell? Because someone needed some egg yolk butterscotch amber earrings. How long did I have these listed? Not very long. April 29, 2019. These were probably an auction listing that did not sell, and we relisted them. $30, not bad. And then I also sold another pair to the same buyer for $24.99, same price. I don't know if I said $29.99, but I meant $24.99. And these were also vintage sterling 925 egg yolk butterscotch amber clip earrings. Take a good look at these. If you ever see these, odds are these are butterscotch amber earrings. People like butterscotch amber. It could sell for good money. All right, next. Yeah, the next was the same cufflinks. He must have bought it the same night from the same person. Yeah, it's the same guy, except he bought different color ones. Weird. And I just told you the story behind that, and he canceled the transaction. So I wound up losing 2 sales that night. All right, next sale. This is a vintage Native American seed bead, 3-tiered multi-strand necklace. People like these seed bead jewelry, necklaces, and bracelets. They don't really sell for a lot of money. They're kind of unsellable at the flea market. We get like $3, $5, maybe $8 at most. One like this, we maybe could have got 15. But Marie didn't even want to waste her time. She put it to auction, didn't sell. So she probably raised the price a little, made it good to cancel. Sold for $39.99. $40, not bad. I don't know if she paid for it. I don't think she would have paid more than $10 for it. When was it listed? April 29, 2019. So it did not take very long to sell. It was a really cool one. She had never seen one like that before, so she figured it was going to sell. All right, more jewelry. You'll see we sell a lot of jewelry and perfumes on this eBay channel. Vintage sterling and amber drop earring stamp 925. People like amber. These are lovely earrings. 19.99. Not even a lot of money. They're small. Start time February 12, 2019. I guess we ran them to auction, didn't sell. What made them sell? They were amber earrings. Don't know what Marie paid for it. She probably paid like $5 or less. You know, I can't remember all the time what we pay for stuff. Sorry about that. People ask me, what'd you pay for it? I'm like, I don't know. I buy a lot of stuff. What, I'm supposed to remember everything? All right, here's a Wheaton Art Glass Iridescent Carnival Blue Shark Head Jaws Paper Sculpture. At first, I thought this was made by Fenton, but then I figured out it was Wheaton. Funny thing is, a few days after I sold this one for $84.99, and it did not sell that quickly, because I start time, wait a minute, January 23rd, 2019. I mean, it sold. It took about like 5 months to sell, obviously. A little bit less. But the really funny thing is a couple of days after I sold it, I go to a house sale, and they have another one. I'm like, well, I guess I'll buy it. You know, I know I can sell it for $85. And I think they had it for like, I don't know, maybe $15 at the house sale. But I was like, hey, I know I can sell it for $85. I'm going to buy it. I just sold it a couple of days ago. All right, next sale, perfume. That was a glass sale for me. You know, I try to list more glass. It's really hard. I haven't been doing a lot of eBay. Marie's been doing all the eBay lately. I've been preoccupied, mostly with the store. My listing days were Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I've been at the store Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I haven't been able to get any listing done. Anyway, Avon Cotillion Cologne Mist Spray, 3 fluid ounce, 70% full. I got $21.99. Normally I avoid Avon. I probably bought it by accident. $21, $21.99, whatever, you know. Some Avon sells the older stuff, the discontinued stuff. You know, just normally just try not to buy Avon, especially I don't like the figural stuff, you know, but anything could sell. That's the beauty of eBay. Pretty much anything can sell. All right, this next cologne, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah. This one I sold to this guy. And he gets it, and he's like, this don't smell right. I've been buying this cologne for like 40 years, and, you know, I get it. Don't smell like it's supposed to. I'm like, fine, yeah, just send it back, because, you know, first of all, I don't believe these people. A vintage swank, Jade East, a man's cologne swank. 4 fluid ounce, 90% full. He says it smells like Menon. I was like, get out of here. I didn't switch it. It is what it is. He probably doesn't remember it smelling the way that it did, because, you know, these perfumes, they age over time. They change a little bit. So I said, send it back, right? And I took it back, and I relisted it because it was going to cost me like $8 to ship. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to make it $60. And I actually did, $59.99. But the backstory on this was like, I say to the guy, look, just file a return through eBay, and you won't even have to pay for the shipping. I'll pay for the shipping, and fine, I don't care, right? Just send it back. Send it back. I don't care. So he sends it back, but then what happened is PayPal charges him for shipping, and he's like, PayPal charged me for shipping, and I'm like, well, no, eBay said they were going to charge me for shipping. So I just left it at that. I didn't do anything. So then he goes to complain to PayPal, and then PayPal does this kind of action against me, and I'm like, God damn it. So I call eBay, because I'm like, these people are annoying. And I say, look, didn't you charge me for shipping? Why is this guy paying? Because if eBay charged me for shipping, I wouldn't have did what I did, which was to be a super nice guy and refund him the money, right? Because I said he wasn't going to get charged for shipping. And he was like an older guy, and he was like, I don't know what's happening. He was literally like, I don't know what's happening. What? You know. So what I did was I spent a half an hour on the phone. I'm talking to eBay, and they tell me, like, look, the guy wanted a return. It was like, we found it as buyer's remorse, so we didn't charge you. So that's why PayPal charged him, right, for the shipping for him. So I told him, I messaged back. I said, hey, look, I don't really have to, and I didn't say it this way, but I was like, look, the way that it worked out is I didn't really have to refund you on shipping, because it turned out that you had buyer's remorse. So but I told you that eBay was going to charge, but they didn't. But I said, look, the only way that I can refund you is you have to give me your email, and I'm just going to send you the money. And he was like, okay, I'll do that. You know, I'm doing my old man voice. Confused old man. I can do that, I think. I don't. I'll keep going with the old confused old man voice. And he did give me the email, and I refunded him. It was like $8 because I'm a nice guy. All right. Next sale that actually happened where I got to keep the money. All right. I think this is like my 31st sale of the month. So I don't know. I can't even tell if I'm going kind of quickly, but I'm going to try and speed it up. Shulton, Escapade, Toilet, Water Splash, 1 fluid ounce. It looks full. And it did look kind of full. $19.99. This was a pretty small bottle. Just an older cologne. Older Shultons can sell. $19.99. I had listed it January 10th, 2017, 2 years ago. You know, I'm beginning to accept some of these long-term sales. So far, at least I haven't had any sales that took me, like 10 years. Every once in a while, I've been on eBay a long time. Every once in a while, I have a sale where it took me like 10 years to sell something. But here's my next sale. This was an as-is item, and I believe Swarovski will repair some of their as-is items. I believe. I'm not sure. But this was an as-is signed, Swan signed Swarovski Crystal Star Christmas tree topper, as-is, needs repair, and that's what it was. $53.77, 2 bids. Let's see where we started off at. $49.99. So it went up like a couple of dollars. Auction page views 49. Page views 5 days. If this were in pristine condition, I think it would have been $150 to $200. So I don't know, 50 something bucks. I think we got it for a bargain, something like $20. But then we realized it was as is, and we're like, oh, you know. So we didn't make that much on it, but we didn't lose money. You know, normally you get something, and you know, as is, you find out that it's as is, and you're like, oh crap, you lose money. All right, here's a pair of those cufflinks that I sold. $16.99, purple pair, signed Lisa. They're not owned by a person named Lisa. The designer's name was Lisa, but I did sell them. I already told the story of that this month. $16.99, and I could have some guy could have made all that money, but he didn't. All right, vintage. Here's something unusual that people don't realize. Springs can sell on eBay. Heavy-duty springs, bed springs, any kind of springs that look like these. I got $30, $29.99. These were listed for a while, actually years. September 25, 2017. But they did sell, and I got them super cheap at a yard sale, I think. Just an unusual type items that type of item you can sell on eBay, and as long as you're cool with waiting a couple of years to sell it, you'll get the money. I actually had a bunch of these, and they did sell over a period of time, over years. More jewelry, vintage, natural, semi-precious stone, and freshwater pearl choker necklace. Not sure how the person who wanted this found it. She didn't list any of the stones that were there. $35.99. Maybe somebody that was looking at some of our other listings came across it, found it. Good till cancel. July 18th, 2018 is when we first listed it, so it took more than a year. No, it took less than a year to sell, but still. That's the ticket if you're going to sell stuff on eBay. It's a game. It's a game of patience. All right, you know what? I think there was something that went afoot with this listing. Let me see if I had some kind of privacy. See request. Oh, yeah. All right. This is another fun story. I love eBay. I love eBay so much. All right. Vintage Jana English Leather Cologne Aftershave, 95% full. A lot. In 1.7 fluid ounce, and they both had the wood cap. $39.99. The fun story behind this listing is I screwed up. How did I screw up? Well, I mean, I put the right address on the box, but I got discombobulated, and I put the wrong tracking number. So what happened was, the guy was like, Hey, oh no, wait, that's a different story. No, this is a zero feedbacker that was like, yeah, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, right, you didn't get it. So what I did was I just went to this will be a different story next month. What I did was I went I just did what I was supposed to do. My tracking number said he did get it, but he's like, I didn't get it. Zero feedback, right? I didn't get it. So I said, I didn't even talk to the guy at all. I just went to eBay and I filled in the tracking information and said basically, tracking information shows item was delivered. So the guy was like, he was messaging me. He's like, hey, I didn't get it. So either replace the item or refund my money. So I went back to eBay, right? And I refilled in the tracking number, and I said the same exact thing. I said, tracking information shows the item was received. So that wasn't good enough for the guy because he was going to lose, right? Because eBay will file in your favor, right? So he was like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to go to PayPal because PayPal usually sides with the buyer. So screw you. I'm going to get my money. You'll see. Oh, and I saw these were listed for about a year, June 22. Right? So he goes to PayPal, and I'm like, this guy knows what he's doing. So I'm like, I'm probably going to lose, but I did the same exact thing. PayPal comes in, says this, right? Says this guy's saying his item wasn't delivered. I go to PayPal, I fill in the tracking number, and I say, tracking information shows item was delivered. And guess what? PayPal ruled in my favor. Ha ha, screw you, suck it. I won on that one. Next sale, another perfume. Not Amorous. Aramis. That might be a good name for cologne. Amorous by Tony. Aramis Cologne Splash, 2 fluid ounces, looks full, $28.99. Aramis sells, you know. It's an older cologne. Not a lot I can tell you. I know Aramis sells. I know it doesn't sell for a ton of money. I know it sells. Wasn't listed very long. April 21, 2019. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you on that. On to the next item. Celluloid Pin Brooch. It was vintage. Drunk Man by Lamppost. It took me a while to sell these. Guess we had them for 4 years. May 11, 2015. I had a lot of these. And some sold quickly. Some did not. But $20 a pop. These things were tiny. You know, if I had a coin next to this, they would be smaller than a quarter. $20. If you see these little celluloid pins for a couple of bucks, pick them up. And if you're cool with waiting anywhere from 0 to 5 years, they'll sell. All right, back to jewelry. Here's what I can tell you. This one was an interesting shape. Vintage Chinese deep red enamel bangle bracelet. This had like a flat shape. It wasn't rounded. You can put these bangles on eBay and they'll sell faster than they'll sell at the flea market most times. $25.99. Let's see how long we had it listed. July, 2 years. July 11, 2017. And we got $25 for it. Whatever. I'm pretty sure it wasn't selling at the flea market because this is the kind of stuff Marie would just sell at the flea market. I mean, it's just a bangle. She'd probably sell it for $8 to $10 at the flea market if somebody would just buy it, you know. But you can sell it on eBay. I guess if you make it cheaper, it'll sell quicker. But we did get $25 or $24.99, $25. I don't remember already. Mylor jewelry sells. We've had experience with this name brand several times. It doesn't necessarily sell for a lot of money. $29.99 with 2 bids, which means that the same person bid twice. They got nervous. They didn't want to miss out on it. They thought they might lose the bid on it. May 12th, 2019. Oh, it was an auction. Yeah, it sold within 7 days. Only 14 page views. We probably would have raised the price on it if it didn't sell. Maybe not by much. But if you do see Mylar jewelry, they like it. And this was a Mylar sterling silver 925 choker necklace with multicolored cat's eye glass beads. Just remember the name Mylar. It sells. You know, and usually it says Mylar, Italy. All right. Where are we? Okay, we're not doing bad. Let's see. Vintage signed Kramer chokeless. I just combined 2 words. It was choker necklace. Chokeless. And clip earring set. $49.99, 2 bids, auction item. I don't know. It's pretty. Very pretty. 5-day auction, 2 bids. I guess again the person starting price was $49.99. As you see, as I'm going to tell you, as you can see, it sold for $49.99 with 2 bids, which means the same person got nervous and double bid on it. One thing about eBay is you don't bid against yourself. So if you bid $1 on something and say, you know what, I really like that, I'm going to bid $1 million. It won't automatically jump to $1 million. It'll stay at $1. If nobody bids on it, you'll get it for $1. If somebody bids $999,000 and change, you'll pay the full $1 million. This took me a really long time to sell. This is a Nicky Descent Foul, I don't know, Phthalate, Foul, perfume, body lotion, late, sateen essential. A lot of weird words in that one. 4 fluid ounces. It was full. I got $29.99. I'm scared to even check how long I had this on. April 9th, 2013. 6 long years. But it sold. That's what I say about eBay. It's a game of patience. So if you ever see this, it's a very recognizable bottle. I mean, it could sell, you know, if you're cool with waiting 6 years like I did. eBay, if you do eBay, you're in for the long run. That's all I can tell you. All right, next sale. Jewelry. Sign, Brighton, silver tone, Mariposa, butterfly anklet, ankle bracelet. If you can figure out what the name or style of the jewelry is, that always helps. And I'm sure mentioning that this was a Mariposa butterfly helped it sell. $32.99. Brighton Jewelry sells. Look at the hallmark. It doesn't say Brighton. It's the letter B. You see Brighton for cheap, pick it up. It sells. It doesn't sell for a ton, but it does sell. Let's see how long this took to sell, or if it was an auction. Good till canceled. It took less than a year. October 1st, 2018. Brighton and other signed jewelry sells. Brighton does well, even though it is a newer jewelry. Okay, the next piece of jewelry that we sold was another signed piece of jewelry. This is a pretty cool one. Vintage signed Acesso Craft, New York's NYC. Gold tone cross pin pendant with amber glass. Didn't sell for a lot of money, $22.99. It was a good till canceled. We listed it in May 2, 2019. I don't know if she ran it to auction. I don't know if she just found the price and listed it. But it's Acesso. Again, it's just signed jewelry. And the signed jewelry thing that I say continues on with our next sale. And this was a small swan sign Swarovski crystal American Patriotic heart pin brooch. Marie's been finding these. She has several of these, probably 2 or 3. $19.99. Doesn't sell for a lot of money, but if you pick them up for like $5 or less, you know, you make some money. The one thing I can tell you is if you find Swarovski jewelry and it does have a swan in it, or if it's signed SAL, which is also earlier Swarovski jewelry, make sure that you mention that it's swined. I combined 2 words again. That it's swan signed, or that it's SAL signed Swarovski jewelry. Because if you just do a general search for Swarovski crystal jewelry, like a billion things will show up. But if you do swan sign, it cuts the number way down to thousands. All right, here's another more jewelry. I'll say vintage Czech Irish. I think I got to take a drink. I think it's like I got to moisten my lips, my tongue, my palate. Vintage Czech Iris rainbow glass rhinestone necklace, bracelet and clip earring set, $62.99. Good till canceled. April 21st, 2019. I guess we ran it to auction and it didn't sell. Iris rainbow is a type of rhinestone. Probably helped it sell. Hey, this is a really nice set. $62.99 isn't a lot of money for something like that. The necklace, I mean, if you divide it up to $20 a piece, any of those pieces could have easily sold for that. We might have possibly gotten more for it, but, you know, we want stuff to sell. These are pretty cool. Vintage sterling silver, 925, crescent moon, and black onyx pierced earrings. $24.99 at auction. A bid. People like, just, I don't know if you know this. Yeah, how would you? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, man in the moon jewelry like this, people like it, so it can sell. They call it man in the moon sometimes. She didn't in this listing, but I think she will in future listings. You know, and you should too. All right, let's see. Multi-strand, which, as you can see, there's a lot of jewelry that's selling because Marie lists mostly jewelry. And so I haven't been listing a lot. So that's why it's mostly jewelry this month and a few oddball items here and there. Multi-strand Rachel Reinhardt choker necklace with red faceted drop pendant, $29.99. Signed jewelry, Rachel Reinhardt. If you see her jewelry for cheapy cheap at a yard sale, pick it up. I don't know if the original price sticker on this, she didn't show it. On this was much higher. It looked like she had it. Probably it wasn't, but lesson is the same. I've already said it a bunch of times. Signed jewelry sells. All right, now another signed, again, swan sign, Swarovski. Crystal gold tone ladybug pin with red enamel. These are very small. $19.99, $20. You can pick these up at yard sales for pretty cheap. We do it all the time. $19.99. If you see them, pick them up. $19.99, $20 in your pocket. Less eBay fees and shipping, which are probably like $6 or so. All right, next sale, a Reader's Digest. You know, I sell CDs at flea markets. This particular CD I wouldn't be able to sell at a flea market because, and if I did, I'd sell it for like $2 or $3. I bought this with a bunch of other sealed ones at a yard sale, $1 a piece. Listed them all right away. This one was the first to sell, $24.99. Reader's Digest, America's Best Loved Hymns, new, old, store stock, sealed. A lot of people think, oh, you know what? Let me see how long I had this listed for. A lot of people think that, you know, Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, CDs like that will sell for the most and the best on eBay. Not necessarily true. Sometimes records do. Records can sell way more than CDs. But CDs, man, they made like, if it's the Beatles, they made 1 billion of them, and they kept reissuing them. Oddball ones like this, oddball CDs like this will actually sell for more money. The obscure stuff, sometimes. It can't be so obscure that nobody wants it. It's got to be something that someone wants. May 8th, 2019. Yeah, these didn't take me very long to sell at all. I like listing CDs. They're easy. All right, you know, I'm getting towards the end of it, and I know I've been doing this for a while. I'm in the 50s now on the amount of items that I've gone through. I'm taking a deep breath. Vintage Italian Millefiori Venetian glass bead, hand knotted necklace, 24 inches long. Hand knotted is always a good sign. Shows that the piece has some age. These beads were very beautiful. It was 24-inch long, and I think the beads were larger size, not 5/16 of an inch, which is about 1/3 of an inch. So kind of decent size, not teeny weeny beanie beads. $75.99, not bad, right? Something like this we'd probably pay as much as $20 for. Oh, I didn't really check to see how long it took to sell. About a year. April 11, 2018. Not bad, you know. I got a feeling we paid 20 or less for these. So, you know, like I said, and I'll say it again, eBay, you're in for life. It's long term. Unless you're willing to sell stuff cheap at auction. Hey, you want to sell everything? Start it off at 99 cents with free shipping. No, start it off 99 cents with calculated shipping, and probably everything will sell. Now, you may take a beating and lose a lot of money, but you will make money and everything will sell and your shelves will be empty, you know. But the much smarter strategy for me is to price it right and wait till it sells. More jewelry. Vintage Grand Prix Swank silver tone cufflinks with sodalite stone insects. Oh, insects. I'm like, insects? Yeah, I am wearing glasses. I don't know why insects looks like insects. You know what? I never use the word insects, but I use the word insects all the time. My brain don't work good all the time. $24.99. Not bad for a pair of cufflinks in a box. I probably paid $5 or less for these. I was the one who bought these. I was like, hey, Marie, I bought these cufflinks. What do you think? I think I paid $3 for it. Good till cancel listing, which means we probably ran into auction. April 15, 2019. They weren't listed very long at all. Okay, here's one of my next listing. Here's one of my sales. One of the things that I listed. Vintage Taboo Spray Cologne by Dana. 2 fluid ounces, 65% full. Hey, here's a little bit of advice. I said by Dana. It's always good to say who the person or the company that manufactured the cologne is by, because what happens sometimes, different people manufacture the same name cologne, and the person looking for the cologne wants a certain manufacturer. Like I said Dana this time, I might have said, say, COSMAR, right? Now, someone might have been looking for the COSMAR version of this Taboo. So, just try and remember, if you're doing perfumes, to list stuff like that. All right, how long did this take to sell? Not very long. March 14, 2019. I mean, $18.99, not a lot of money. I probably bought this in a lot, or maybe I bought it by its own. I actually like buying only vintage colognes. That's some advice I can give you. Try to stay away from brand new stuff unless you buy it at a house sale. If you buy it at a flea market, there's and the guy has a lot of it, a good chance it could be a bootleg or just like a fake. If you get a fake, the person that gets it is going to be pissed off and they go, this crap is fake. And how would you know? I mean, unless you're an expert perfume. And I mean, serious, all right, next sale. Man, I got to get around to listing these. Swarovski Crystal Mini Butterfly Gold Antenna 1 1/8 inch tall, 7671 NR30 in box. $24.99. I bought a bunch of the Swarovski stuff for like $90 at a sale. The guy was basically giving it away. A couple of the pieces I have are worth like really, really good money. I've just been so busy. I can't do anything. I've been just like too busy to list, which sucks. So when I get around to it, I'll list the rest of it. But this is the first one that sold. So $24.99, paid $90 for everything. Obviously, I don't get the whole $24.99. And I did list a few of the other small pieces. I'll get around to it. I'll get them listed probably in the winter when I have more free time. All right, next sale. Vintage Pop Art 1970s Robert Indiana Love Ring for Charles Revson, 6 1/2 inch. This is one of those ridiculous finds that when I saw it and Marie saw it, I don't know if I saw it or she bought it, whatever. I think I bought this, and I said, hey, Marie, what do you think of this ring? I'm going to take credit for this one. Let's see. It had one bid, and this could have went for more. I think maybe as much as 200 or so. But this was straight up from the 70s. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool 70s. I actually had something made by Cartier that had a similar design, and it was this dude named Aldo Cipulo that we sold for like $2,500. But this was a love ring, not a precious metal. The designer, we figured out, and it turned out it was good goddamn money, $124.99. I don't think I paid more than a few dollars for this. Hey, if you ever see this particular ring again at a yard sale, buy it. And if you can remember what I told you about Charles Revson and Robert Indiana and all that stuff, you're going to make $124.99 at the very least and up. Again, I don't believe it was signed in any way, but great find for us. And I think on my Scummy Reseller video, I was like, I don't know what I spent that day, but I was like, did I find anything good that day? Nope. It turns out that ring was the good item. All right, vintage Alva, ALVA, museum reproduction, Smithsonian Maltese cross with red stones and chain. MMA stuff sells, and I don't mean mixed martial arts fighting. Museum of Modern Art and AVON Museum. All of the museum stuff, people like it. It's very quality. It's and it looks old. So people that don't want to spend a lot of money for something that is old and they want something that's made very well, they buy this stuff. And I mean, I only got $24.99 for it, but whatever. You know, it was an auction. Somebody bought it at auction. Not bad. $24.99. Just don't spend too much for it. You know, spend $5 or less. As long as you spend $5 or less for stuff like that, you'll be fine. All right, I had talked about another item, and this was actually my second highest selling item in the month. The first was, again, thanks to an eBayer, and I don't know why I keep saying eBayer, a fellow YouTuber that gave me the heads up. And they didn't even tell me that what I had was good. They just told me what it was. I knew it was good. I knew it was old. I knew when I bought it for the ridiculously cheap price that I did buy it, $5 or less, don't specifically remember. I knew that it was worth at least $35. And the wacky thing was I searched all over and I finally found it. And it sold for $35 on I found it on WorthPoint. Some guy who didn't have someone nice on YouTube to help him out didn't know what it was, and he just called it like he didn't know that it was a license plate topper, right? So the nice person, and you know who you are, I want to say thank you again, who told me what it was, helped me out a lot by telling me that, and I was able to get $280.98. Once the person told me what it was, I knew I was going to get, what did I start it out for? I knew I would get between 100, because I started out at $99.99. I knew at the very least I can get $100 and as much as $300 for it. And as you see, I got $200.98. And the funny thing about this, I got 8 bids on it, right? But I got the first bid like right away, immediately, right? The first night. And then it went up within the next day, up to $280.98. And everybody was telling me, because I was talking about it, everybody's going, wow, that could go for more money. And I said, you know what? I don't think it's going to go for much more. I think everybody just kind of went in, all in, and got their bidding right out of the way. And I said to him, I said, if it goes for more, it's going to go for a little bit more. But you know what? It didn't. It stuck. I got that high bids early on, first couple of days, and then it just sat there at $280.98. Hey, I was happy. I did really well. And again, thank you to the YouTuber that gave me the heads up on that. I really appreciate when stuff like that happens. I really like YouTube. I've been on YouTube for years and years and years. I've talked to a lot of people. I've made friends because of YouTube. I've made sales. I've found out information. I've helped people on YouTube. And anytime, I'm like you guys. I watch other YouTubers. I watch their videos. Anytime I know something that they don't, I'll give them a heads up, and I put a timestamp in the video. I say, hey, at 23 minutes and 13 seconds, that thing that you have is, say, like, that's, I don't know, that's an Aldo Sapillo designer pin, and it's going to sell for $2,500 or something like that. Anyway, my next sale, pocket knife. I found these. I paid $20 for a whole box full of them. I bought them right out from. I didn't buy it from under the guy. I was buying it, and some guy was trying to grab it from under me, and I was like, "Hey, I already bought those." He was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, tough tooties on you. And we've been selling these knives anywhere from like 25 to 50 or 60 the whole time. Every single knife. They all had like advertising. One of the knives was like sterling, and I got over 100 for that. That was probably the most expensive knife. Let's see when we listed. These have been listed a while. Yeah, April 2, 2018. Bought them in the summer yard sale in Rutherford, I believe. East Rutherford. I remember because it was either the town-wide or, yeah, it couldn't have been the street fair. I would have been there. So for some reason, I remember it being in Rutherford. All right, great sale for me. An amazing lot of knives that I bought. And the funny thing is someone offered me $400 for everything, and again on eBay, and I said, look, I'll do $600 for everything, and they wouldn't go for it. And I've made way more for that. When all is said and done, I've already made over the $600. I have more left. I might have made $1,000. I don't even know. I just, another time somebody should have said yes, and they didn't. All right, next sale, Caroline Herrera, Aqua Floor Eau de Toilette spray, 2 fluid ounces, 75 milliliters, 60% full. Also, I didn't say it this month, but perfumes don't have to be full for you to sell them. They could be almost empty and still be quite valuable. $29.99 on this one. How long did it take to sell? 2016, March 29, 2016. So it took about 3 years. Whatever. I mean, I could have sold it at a flea market for a few dollars, but no, I waited, and I got what I got. Here's something. Dumb little pens like this. You know, if you find these things at yard sales for $1, you can put them on eBay. You get like 10, 11, 12, 15, 20 bucks sometimes more. But here's a vintage 1994 Warner Brothers Pinky and the Brain collectible enamel pen. $12.99, whatever. How long did we have it listed? Good till canceled. So I guess we ran it to auction February 4th, 2019. Not very long at all. Not bad, right? Oh, that's why you go to yard sales. Buy stuff like this for $1. You know, you make some extra money. It's not a big deal. You don't really make a lot of profit because shipping's going to be like $4, right? So that cuts it down to $8.99. I said you paid $1 for it, so that cuts it down to $7.99. And eBay fees on that, on $12.99 would be like, I don't know, I'm going to say $2. So it cuts it down to like $5.99. But look, you made $6, and it was pretty easy. It wasn't even a lot of work. All right, I'm finishing. I'm almost done now. I'm up to page 7 because I'm going through the thing. I have 4 more listings to run through, and then this video is pretty much over. Sold a music CD. Get Your Boots On. Best of Slade music CD. This is a CD that I would have sold at a flea market for $3 or $4. Good to cancel bidding. A sale, make that good to cancel. No bidding. April 21, 2018. Took about a year to sell. When you see CDs that are unusual, check prices on them. If you have a scanner, scan the ones that are usual. The ones that like, say, Billy Joel, Nirvana, Rolling Stones, Beatles, whatever, most times they're not going to be worth listing on eBay unless you want to sell them on eBay for $4 or $5, which, you know, I can get that at a flea market. For me, if something sells on eBay for $10, then I'll sell it at a flea market $3 or $4 because I'm automatically losing $4 shipping. All right, next sale. Vintage gold tone Italian micro mosaic flower bracelet, 7 inches. This is nice. This is a nice one, but only $29.99. These sell on eBay. They don't really sell for a lot of money unless they're very antique. This one was not a very antique one. That's why we only sold it for $30. At the flea markets, people don't want to pay us more than $8 or $10 for it. And if they're looking to resell, rightly so. If they want to keep it and wear it as jewelry, then they're just being cheapos. Anyway, May 7th, 2019, good to cancel. Didn't take long to sell. We probably ran it to auction. Nobody bought it. And then we just relisted it and somebody bought it. All right. Vintage. Oh, anyway, that's what that stuff is called. Micro mosaic, if you ever see it. And they take tiny little chips and they arrange them in designs. Usually the designs are flowers. Next listing. Vintage Native American 3-stand agate stone chip necklace with Haishi beads. I don't know. The Haishi beads are the beads in the center. If you ever see those, that's what Haishi beads look like. The small tubular shaped beads. That's how we could tell that it was Native American. They do that. They use that. $29.99. Not a lot of money. I guess we paid $5 or less at a sale for it. How long did it take to sell? April 29, 2019. Not very long at all. So I guess if I taught you anything in that particular listing, it would be that those are called Haishi beads. This was a heavy jewelry month, and we're up to our last listing, and it's a jewelry listage. My mouth is getting... I don't know. When I talk this much, maybe my tongue gets swollen. I don't know. Me have hard time speak long time. Vintage light and dark green jade bead necklace, 28-inch with gold tone spacer beads. Some jade jewelry sells for a lot of money. Most of it doesn't. There's different kinds of jade. Some jade is very old. There's like jade and jadeite. People often call jadeites jade. This, I guess, was probably a jadeite. Anyway, $39.99. Wasn't too old. A necklace, but very nice, very beautiful. March 9th, 2019, good to cancel. Make that May 9th, 2019, good till canceled. So we probably ran it to auction, didn't sell, maybe jacked the price $5 or $10, and it relisted, and it didn't take too long to sell. People like Jade. Jade comes in different colors, in case you didn't know. That's it. That's everything I sold this month. I had a lot of sales. This was a better month for me. I'm in the month of June right now, and so far it sucks. I'm not making a lot of sales. You know, let me check while I'm talking to see how I've been doing this month, but it doesn't feel good. I'm like 2/3 into the month. It's already the 20th, and like I said, it hasn't been good. Okay, numbers coming up. What I will say is I hope I've been helpful. I think I've taught you a few things. Some of them are pretty easy lessons. Signed jewelry sells. People like vintage perfumes. If you're selling on eBay, sometimes better buy it now. Price is the way to go. Sometimes you get lucky. It's nice if you know something that someone doesn't know, or if someone helps you, gives you some information, because the more you know about the items that you're selling, the better you'll do. All right, so far in June, I sold $957.79, which means unless it picks up, I'm not going to make my $2,000 minimum goal. Some are slowed down. But anyway, I think I'm done. This video is going to be pretty damn long, as it is, over an hour. So let me just say sorry it's taking me so long to get these posted, but I'm a busy guy. Hey, as long as you understand and we're cool, that's fine. I'll try and get the next one out earlier next month. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I'm just going to say goodbye. Goodbye.